Okay, there we go. I think I got everything set up. Good morning, everybody. This is BlueSwim streaming live on youtube.com/@BlueSwimTV. Is there much else of the intro? I don't remember. I am running on damn near zero sleep. The cats kept me up all fucking night long. I had a headache on top of it. I am just fucking worn out. So damn it, Nintendo, this better be fucking good. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, this is just going to be the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase reaction. There isn't going to be anything as far as, like, games or whatever. Yeah, I'm worn out. Also, I'm having breakfast. So grab a bowl of cereal. I'm eating Walmart Great Value brand Fruit Loops and milk. Have breakfast with me. Why not? Fuck it, let's do it. Alright, so as far as expectations go, I think it's pretty much almost a lock that we are going to see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth showcased on the Switch 2. Since they were talking about it being shown off in the very near future, and this is the very near future from when that was when those comments were made. And also one of the prominent leakers out there said that apparently it's pretty much a lock that it's going to get shown today. So yeah, sounds good. I have my handy dandy list of, no wait, that's not it. New tab, Patreon. Oh wait, I could just use the fucking app. Why not? Yeah, I'm still waking up, or trying not to fall asleep. I don't know anymore. But anyways, I got my handy dandy list of 26 gaming predictions for 2026, and it will be interesting to see if any of them get checked off. We have seen that MLB The Show 26 has been announced. Switch 1, no Switch 2 yet. I'm thinking that if it's not announced today, then we really aren't getting MLB The Show 26, like a native Switch 2 version this year. And even though I said MLB The Show 26 debuts on Nintendo Switch 2 on the same launch day as other platforms, is 60 FPS during gameplay. Yeah, Switch 1 playing on Switch 2, that's not good enough to call that prediction correct. But, you know, some of the other predictions, Final Fantasy 13 getting announced for modern consoles. Final Fantasy 14 on Switch 2 also. That's another prediction. And, I guess I know it's bad manners to eat into a microphone. But hey, I mean, Nintendo needs to do this shit at a decent hour. I mean, 6 a.m. Pacific time? I mean, I'm in the Central Time Zone, and that's, I mean, you know, having everything ready to go and being alert enough to do this. I mean, that's hard enough as it is. Never mind doing it at 6 a.m. I mean, shit, do this stuff at noon. Come on. Anyways, let's see, I've got predictions for, like, Sonic the Hedgehog 35th anniversary game being Sonic the Hedgehog 5, Transformers War for Cybertron re-released on Game Pass, but I figure if it's going to get re-released, it'll probably end up on all platforms anyway, so that'll be interesting. If that does come true, next Bayonetta game revealed, Cereza is a playable character. That's a possibility for today, because, I mean, well, I mean, it technically would be a Sega game. I'm not sure how that would work. Would Nintendo be publishing that, and then they just save that for a regular Nintendo Direct. Anyways. Pokemon, Splatoon, we're not going to see. Capcom versus SNK 3 announced. That's, I'd say, is a low possibility when we might get another Capcom Fighting Collection announcement. Not out of the realm of possibility. Metal Gear Solid Collection 2. Maybe that would get announced today. We're not going to see anything on Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games/upgrades. Announced, I don't think. Technically speaking, now that I think about it, I when I did this prediction, I didn't clarify whether or not it was first-party Nintendo announcing it or not. So I guess I might actually have ended up fumbling my way into getting that one right, because I'm sure there's going to be more Switch 2 editions announced. The magic number was 4 or more. I think we've already had 4 different Switch 2 edition upgrades probably already this year. Maybe a Switch 2 port of Stellar Blade. I'd love to have that on the Switch 2. Loved it on the PS5. Chrono Trigger re-release. Or remake, HD 2D graphics. You know, that's a distinct possibility too, because Square Enix tends to reveal those things mostly during Nintendo showcases. So, that's a possibility. Maybe we'll get some sort of an announcement of Microsoft first-party franchises. I know the rumors are that we're going to get release dates for Indiana Jones today on the Switch 2. Rumor is that there's going to be a stealth drop for Hollow Knight on the Switch 2, I think it is. A Switch 2 edition for that, I guess. We are about a minute away. Let's see. Pinball FX gets a dedicated Nintendo Switch 2 version /upgrade. I'd love to see that. And last but not least on here, Earth Defense Force. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff that could potentially happen here. I'd love to see the announcement of Halo, but I think that would probably be later this year. Kind of screams Summer Nintendo Direct. Okay. We are counting it down. Three, 2, 1. Happy Nintendo Direct! I love the little graphics that they do for these. Okay. Show me something worth waking up this early for, right off the bat.
Deep in space, a research station was suddenly struck by a cosmic storm.
Okay.
15 years later, its survivors are living peacefully. But the threat of another cosmic storm is coming up fast. Maki and Omura, two young explorers,
How do those
must now
character models
brave
kind of
galactic
strike me as like
dangers
AI?
and save all that's left of their home.
You know, those
Teamwork is key
anime
in this
scenes.
two-player co-op
They kind of
adventure.
have that, I don't know,
You'll need
almost
a few
too perfect
tools to survive. The
like,
scrap hook grabs
AI
and moves
quality to them.
platforms so you can carve a path forward.
I hope I'm wrong on that.
The liquid launcher
I'm not
blasts
specifically
water to
accusing them
activate
of using
mechanisms.
generative AI, but I'm just saying that that some of those scenes
Scorching
look
surfaces.
very, very reminiscent of it.
And the beam cannon fires a stream of super hot heat to destroy
And the fact that they're
obstacles,
going for like
open
an
doors, and more.
early anime
Use the tools together, and you might
kind of art
discover
style kind of lends
unexpected
itself for stuff
solutions
like
to
that,
puzzles.
when you want to nail an older
While
look.
exploring, you can encounter strange life forms, or opt for a detour and take a little travel break. With GameShare, 2 players can adventure
Oh, that's neat.
together locally
Seriously,
or
GameShare is
online
like
if
one of the
one
best
person has
features
the
on
game.
the Switch. In Switch 2.
Can
I
these
mean,
two
essentially, it's
brave
like
explorers save their
it's
home?
even better than the download play option was back on the DS.
Orbitals,
And that
launches
was fucking
exclusively
phenomenal.
on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this summer.
I mean, it's like I feel like so many people are sleeping on GameShare. You just don't hear anybody
Hello,
talking about it.
everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. What you just saw was Orbitals, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. We hope you're looking forward to this intergalactic
I think that got
co-op
announced,
puzzle adventure.
What was it?
Okay,
Back at
let's take
Game
a look
Awards
at
or
some
something like that?
upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
Okay. Switch 1 games. Okay. I'm digging the music.
In the waters of Issei Bay, on an island where legends of mermaids have been passed down, a tale of mysteries and curses stirs. The latest Paranormacite mystery adventure is coming to the
Paranormacite?
Nintendo Switch system.
The Mermaid's Curse?
Story follows Yuza Minakuchi,
Okay,
a boy who
so,
works as a pearl diver.
like,
One day, while gathering on the seafloor, he encounters another version of himself.
is this a franchise I just have completely spaced
This
on?
phenomenon is just the beginning. Soon, other strange incidents begin to plague
Lovely.
the island. A girl with no memories, strangers searching for treasure, and a housewife investigating victims of drowning. Speaking to those involved is a natural part of the investigation, but you'll also need to search deep within the waters of Issei Bay. As each of their motives intertwine, the story connects to the mermaid legend told centuries ago.
Be as
Paranormacite,
fish?
The Mermaid's Curse launches on Nintendo
Okay.
Switch,
Be
February
as
19th.
fish.
Pre-orders begin
That's like
later today
sound
on
life
Nintendo
advice right there.
eShop.
Be as fish.
Battle for World Glory.
Oh, okay.
A new
Captain Tsubasa?
game is kicking its way
Captain
onto
Tsubasa
Nintendo
2,
Switch.
World Fighters. That was
Choose from
actually
a
really
roster
good
of
on
over
Switch 1,
110
the first one.
characters, representing
I mean,
22
I can't say it was like better than
Score with
EAFC or
powerful shots
anything,
from
but
the original work, as well
but
as newly added
but yeah, that was
special
actually
moves
like a
that give
really
passes,
fun,
stops,
kind of like a
and tackles of
semi-serious sports game. I mean, it has like a lot of anime elements and special moves and stuff like this, like you're seeing right now. But so yeah, as far as like a strict soccer sim, it wasn't, it wasn't necessarily perfect. But I mean, this is, I mean, as arcadey soccer, it was fucking great.
Next up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2.
Is that it for
Includes some
Switch 1
that will
games,
also be
specifically?
available on Nintendo Switch. A life or death fight for survival begins.
Okay.
It was a normal day.
Tokyo
until
Scramble.
a
Okay,
Kage
that-
befell the city of Tokyo. As the dust settles, our protagonist Anne discovers an underground world deep
Tokyo
below the
Scramble. Now,
metropolis.
it's
But
am I?
she's not
I'm
alone.
thinking.
Creatures called Xeno
I think I'm missing,
populate the unknown
messing it up and thinking of what was that like Scramble spin-off of like one of the Yakuza games or from the Yakuza developers or something like that?
Fighting is not an option, so quick thinking and decision making are vital to your survival.
Yeah, this is definitely not what I was thinking
Analyze
of.
their patterns and find the best route to make
Not
your
gonna make a
escape.
doggy style comment.
Activate traps in each area to lure and ensnare any stalking Xeno.
Oh, shit.
And
It's Anime
by
Girl
using
versus
GameShare, up
dinosaurs.
to 4 players can share controls, including Anne's movement and camera adjustments.
Seriously?
Whether locally or
Oh my god, can you imagine
friends is
getting a
key
couple
to
of
making
friends
it
going
live.
going with that? Shit. You just know somebody's gonna be an asshole and fuck up the camera. I mean, no good can come from having like 4-player co-op for like a single character. Not a bit. That could work.
Awaken your Viking spirit. Battle, build, and conquer in this massive survival game.
Valheim.
How you go about it is entirely up to you. You could start by gathering materials around the woods. Fashion a bow and
I mean,
arrows to
I
hunt
don't want to be
wildlife
mean or
and
anything,
prepare
but
meals.
a lot of the quality of the visuals kind of strike me as like
Yikes.
one of those
Don't
generic
get hit by
games that they
falling
make up
trees.
really quickly for like, you know, when they're doing like an episode of like CSI or whatever and there's like a video game involved, so they just use like some cheap generic thing.
And even add a
Like he was
fireplace.
addicted to
Now you're
Valheim,
safe, even from the cold.
but did that lead to
Is this
murder?
good? Don't forget the chimney too. By
He was
upgrading
bullied.
your crafting stations, you can make items of higher quality. And once you've
Everybody
built a ship,
online said his main
sail on the
character
high seas
sucked
to reach
ass,
new
and
lands
he took it personally.
and create even more strongholds.
So he sucked
Plus,
their
up to
ass.
10 players online can explore
Dun
the
dun.
vast world together.
Executive producer Dick Wolf.
Now, go forth and survive
That is such
in
a fucking
Valheim,
funny name.
Launching on Nintendo Switch 2 this year. Find your way forward in these games. Return to the kingdom of Hollow Knight
Okay.
and fight back the infection in this upgraded modern classic.
Okay, well, there's one Switch 2 edition right there.
Slash through this 2D action adventure platformer, now with enhanced visuals and improved frame rates.
Okay,
on
we'll
Nintendo
say
Switch
3
2.
more to go before I hit
Equip
that,
charms to enhance your
before I can check
abilities
that goal
and deal
off.
magic damage using upgradable spells,
Or a prediction
while
off, I should say.
exploring the vast interconnected map. Descend into a world of insects and heroes when Hollow Knight Nintendo Switch 2 Edition launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
That was
Nintendo
it.
Switch
I
2
think,
players
what was
who
it?
have Hollow Knight on Nintendo Switch can
Switch
upgrade to
Live
the Nintendo
or up-
Switch 2 Edition
up
for free with the upgrade
something.
pack.
One of those Switch specific channels.
eFootball, reborn from Pro Evolution Soccer.
I think
is
they
coming
were
to
teasing
Nintendo
some
Switch
big
2.
announcement
Build out your club.
or
Sign
some big
legendary
stealth
players,
drop, and I guess
compete
Hollow
in
Knight
tournaments
Switch 2
around the
edition that
globe in
would
World
most definitely
Tour
fit the
mode.
bill.
Join an exciting competition where national teams face off every 4 years in the International Cup tournament.
Mbappe.
Or play with friends locally or online
Kylian
to prove who's at the top of their
Mbappe.
game. Experience the excitement of soccer and aim to be the best in the world when eFootball Kickoff launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer.
Okay, so it's just a digital version on Switch 2,
Travel
but
through 4 ages in a brand new HD 2D action
Oh.
RPG. Explore the age of safekeeping, the hero Elliot's own time, the age of reconstruction.
well, it's not the HD 2D game I thought Square Enix was going to drop during
the
this.
age of magic, a
Oh, but
time
anyways,
of
the
spells,
eFootball thing, that's
and the
digital
age of
only
light,
all the time
a
anyways. I
birth
think it's like one of
human
those free-to-play.
civilization. In each age,
soccer
the
games.
scenery and citizens of Elliot's hometown will change. You can also obtain some weapons and magic unique to certain time periods. A story
I
spanning
think it was
time
a spin-off
will
of
soon
Pro
begin.
Evolution Soccer.
The Adventures
think.
of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system June 18th.
Just a little bit after the 1-year
Have a
anniversary.
blast with Super Bomberman games from the Super NES
Okay.
era.
Switch 2
Play the
edition.
First Super Bomberman through to the culmination of the series, Super Bomberman 5, including titles previously unreleased worldwide.
Oh, nice.
The Famicom versions of Bomberman and Bomberman 2 are also included.
Nice.
Plus, there's a brand new boss rush mode, as well as game share support.
Very good.
Super
I mean,
Bomberman
seriously,
Collection
game share is
launches
fucking
on
awesome.
Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, nice. Physical. Oh shit! Here we go.
Continues. The second entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
He's alive.
In pursuit of his arch nemesis Sephiroth, Cloud Strife and his comrades escape the city of Midgar and embark on a journey across the vast
Okay,
world.
it looks good.
Traverse the planet on chocobos, wheelies, in a buggy.
It's looking
or
really
other modes
good.
of transportation. Team up with allies in battles, blending action and strategy. If you'd like to focus on the story, there's also a boost function to make combat easier. You'll also find various activities scattered across the world, allowing you to take a break from the action.
You're mine.
And as you interact with your allies, their affinity toward you will grow and impact how the
I
story
mean, it's
unfolds.
looking really good, just like FF7 Remake, which I've played on the channel twice already. You can check the live archives for that.
Fantasy VII Rebirth
So when's it hitting?
launches on
June
Nintendo
3rd?
Switch
Shit!
June 3rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
It looks great. It looks great. Oh, but yeah, the Bomberman collection thing, it's like out now digitally today, and
Research Station.
I think it said August for the physical edition. So, you know, if you want the physical copy and you're willing to wait a bit, that's cool too.
An android called a Pragmata.
There you are. All better.
Classified as unauthorized intruders, the two are targeted by the station AI, which sends enemy bots after them.
Okay, good.
I had to double check just to make sure.
Come on, gun work.
These bots have near impenetrable armor,
I think I can help.
but with Diana's hacking skills,
From what I've heard,
you can
the
break down
the
their defenses.
impressions of Pragmata on Switch 2 have been very, very
By
good.
moving the cursor through panels toward the green goal, you can hack the enemy bots.
There's no time to explain. Shoot now.
Once their
Shazam!
weak points are exposed, fire away.
I hacked it.
Depending on the nodes you pass through, you can modify the damage and effects of a hack. Each split-second decision can change the outcome of battle.
Not much going on with Shadows.
Energy levels.
What
Doesn't look like
truths will
he's
the two bind
giving
in
off
this
any of
AI-controlled
any shadow
lunar
until then.
station?
So it's not one of your bot buddies?
Overdrive protocol. Initiate.
Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
And what will Diana learn on this journey?
I'm getting vibes of like Aerith and Cloud trying to high five, or Aerith
Launches
trying to
on
high
Nintendo
five
Switch
Cloud
2,
during the
April 24th.
collapsed highway
A
sequence
demo
in
will be available
FF7
later
Remake.
today on Nintendo eShop.
Just hit that the other day. Oh, demo today.
We hope you're looking forward to fast-paced combat and exploration with a unique combination of hacking and shooting. Let's continue with more headlines.
Okay.
Journey to the Lost Lands. Become a legendary Turok warrior in this intergalactic action shooter.
Origins.
To stop an alien threat from destroying all
If it
human
doesn't
life,
have the
you'll journey solo or with a
cerebral
team of
bore,
warriors
I am
online
not
and
interested.
battle all sorts of primal creatures in ferocious combat. Swap between
I mean, shit, it's
first-person
kind of
and
like
third-person
the problem with like
perspectives
the
as you
Jurassic
unleash
World
weapons,
movies. It's like,
melee attacks,
I
and
mean, it was
special
originally
abilities
Turok
to
Dinosaur
combat
Hunter. When did like dinosaurs stop being
Extract
like
DNA
scary
from fallen
enough?
enemies
I
and
mean,
the
at least
environment
dinosaurs
to
were fucking
upgrade your
real.
arsenal, evolve your mantle, and
Even if
unlock
they
even more
were
abilities called
like
echo
our
cells,
interpretation
giving
of what
greater
actually
action
happened. We
combat.
don't actually know what they looked like. you know? I mean, at least we know that they were generally something like that. Like what we see in the movies. The Jurassic Park movies, not the Jurassic World movies.
Turok Origins launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this fall. Uncover the truth of Xanadu.
Oh, Xanadu. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
In a Japan where Kyoto is the
Kyoto
capital,
Xanadu.
another world
Who's the other one?
exists
Tokyo
that's
Xanadu or something like
encroaching
that?
on our own. A world where monsters roam free. A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the threat as he joins Hirosaka Academy, a school for gifted students. The
Art style
Academy's
looks
goal?
good.
Conquer Xanadu.
I don't have any experience with the Xanadu franchise, unfortunately, but, I mean, it's looking good.
The labyrinth, hone your abilities and reshape the terrain to expand the range of your exploration. Then, take on dangerous enemies in 3D action RPG combat.
Okay,
Use your powers
this is
to
unusual.
overcome foes. Outside
Part
the labyrinth,
Metroidvania,
improve your
part
stats
action RPG?
and spend time with your friends.
With a
as
waifu
you
simulator?
prepare to conquer Xanadu. The battle between man and monster begins. Discover the truth when Kyoto Xanadu launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
Seems like everything
this
that's getting
summer.
announced so far is like summer
Check
or
out
earlier.
these anime-style games.
Okay, bring it on. You should have done that bumper before.
In the latest Digimon story game.
I mean, Tokyo Xanadu totally falls into that anime character, or anime category. Or Kyoto Xanadu. There I go again.
Into the past, with over 450 Digimon to collect. Adventure through the human world and digital world to save the future. And on Nintendo Switch 2, you can select quality mode, playing in 4K at 30 frames per second, or performance mode, playing in full
Okay,
HD
no, that's a good
60
choice.
frames
That's a
per
good
second.
choice. You give people the choice. If you
Digimon
want
Storm
4K,
Time
you know,
Stranger
4K 30, that's
launches on the
fine.
Nintendo Switch
If
2
you
and
want,
Nintendo
you know,
Switch systems.
1080p at, you know, 60 FPS, that's cool too. That's fine. Give people the choice. Unless it's like supremely optimized.
Form your party from a roster of over 20
You know?
characters, each with their own fighting style.
Granblue
Channel
Fantasy.
the power of teamwork and summon mighty primal beasts to vanquish your enemies. You can also team up in local or online multiplayer.
Yeah, I think I got that on the PS5 and I never played an ounce of it.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 9th.
That's nice.
The latest Monster Hunter Stories
Monster Hunter
game
Stories
is
3?
flying in.
Those, the games, what I've played of the stories ones specifically,
Learn
I mean,
special
that's been
abilities
really
through a
good.
ceremony called the Rite of Channeling. Raise your monsties as you travel the world. The lands lie on the brink of disaster. Monsters are on the verge of extinction. And the riders trying to save the world will have to contend with an even greater threat. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection soars onto Nintendo Switch 2, March 13th. A demo will be available later today.
Okay, we
Nintendo
like
eShop.
demos.
Save data can be transferred to the full game once purchased. New titles are joining the archives.
It's Ridge Racer! Ridge Racer!
Rave Racer.
Oh,
published by
Rave
Namco
Racer.
in
Close enough.
1995, speeds into the Arcade Archives 2 lineup. Aim for first place in a race against your rivals. And get ready for a new line of home console titles.
Oh?
Console Archives
Oh?
is on the way.
What have we got?
Doraemon.
Oh, seriously?
Sonic Wings Special.
Okay.
and more will be released over time.
Okay.
The first wave of Console Archives titles includes Cool Borders
Shit, Cool Borders?
and Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos.
Okay.
These titles will be available on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Oh shit, Cool Borders is out today? Okay. Montage time. Got Pilgrim EX. Young Neil instead of Neil Young. Free animal. Alrighty then. There we go. WWE 2K26. Looking good. Okay, Star Trek Voyager. Across the Unknown. Kind of giving me like Sim Tower vibes a bit. Disney Dreamlight Valley Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Oh, there's another one. Is that like two left? Two to go? PGA Tour 2K25. Why not just call it 2K26? Why not just fucking call it 2K26? Do an update across all consoles, call it 2K26, and be done with it. Good God. Your game already feels outdated and it's not even fucking out yet.
Let's make some noise.
We found another body. I need your eyes on the crime scene.
R9.
When a string of mysterious deaths occurs across America, FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft is captured by the suspect while investigating the case.
What did you do to me?
In her
Oh,
attempt
shit.
to escape, Grace
Oh,
comes
shit,
up against
fuck.
unknown threats. A limited supply of healing items and ammunition are at her disposal.
Oh shit, they're really going for old school Resident
Will
Evil
she
vibes.
confront the threats head on, or save her ammo for the next encounter? For Grace, impending doom is always close at hand.
Oh shit.
Meanwhile, another agent working for an anti-bioterrorism organization is also on the case, Leon S. Kennedy.
6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
With his physical prowess,
Oh fuck.
Leon can parry an opponent's attack, then strike to break the stunned opponent's stance in close quarters combat. He can fire from a distance using handguns.
Good
and
God.
rifles, or use an
Are they using
enemy's weapon
footage of me
against
trying to
them.
aim?
Leon has a varied arsenal of attacks at his disposal. This game features both third-person and first-person camera perspectives.
Interesting.
You can change your perspective at any time.
Oh.
There are multiple difficulty options available, including a mode for less experienced players that features aim assist.
Yeah, probably need that.
Guide Grace as she attempts to escape unprecedented terrors, and Leon, who relies on strength to carve his own path. What will they discover when their fates intertwine? Resident Evil Requiem launches
Yeah,
on
that's
Nintendo Switch
not
2
long
system,
now.
February 27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
What about 3
Resident
weeks
Evil
away?
7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village will also be available the same day.
If you need to play catch up on the Resident Evil games, it looks like Switch 2 is got you covered.
Plus, a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro
I still can't get over that they put the
featuring
fucking
original
obnoxious
art
Switch
is
2
releasing
logo over
alongside
Resident
games.
Evil. It looks like
Amiibo figures of Grace
Resideville.
and Leon will
That's
also
so
be
fucking
available
stupid.
this summer.
Come on.
You can scan them to receive
What the fuck,
in-game
Nintendo?
skins.
Look at the design aesthetic of the controller.
Resident Evil Requiem, the latest entry in the Resident Evil series, is launching later this month. You can also look forward to a creator's voice video featuring a member of the Resident Evil Requiem development team. The video will release in the near future. Next is our last announcement.
Oh?
Hey everybody, from all of us
Oh,
here
shit.
at Bethesda Game Studios. If you're like us, Nintendo has meant so much to you from your early days of gaming to now. It was incredible for us to partner on the original Switch, and it was just such a great piece of hardware and also so personal when you play. We're excited to finally bring a number of our franchises for the first time.
A
to
number of our
Nintendo. We
franchises.
hope you all enjoy the journey.
Vault Dwellers, welcome home. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is emerging on Nintendo Switch 2.
Nice.
Scavenge, shoot, build, and create alliances as you reshape the wasteland and what remains of civilization. Every choice matters. Fancy yourself a smooth talker?
You can
or
pet the dog.
pining to pump up your power armor? Choose from hundreds of perks that fit your playstyle. Every road leads somewhere new. From the heart of Diamond City to the shadowy corners of forgotten vaults, the Commonwealth is packed with stories waiting to be uncovered. In addition to the base game,
They're not the most mind-blowing
experience 6
visuals
official
out there.
expansions and over 150 Creation Club items to
But,
expand your adventure. Grab your
Fallout
pick
4
one
on the
and
go, I mean,
traverse the wasteland in
hard to argue with that.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition.
Oh,
Launching
shit.
on Nintendo Switch 2, February 24th.
Not bad.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Good deal.
The year is 1937.
Ah, here we go.
Sinister forces are on the hunt for an ancient power, and only one person can stop them.
Watch me.
Embark on a globe-trotting cinematic adventure in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade, Indy will journey around the world to uncover the mystery behind the Great Circle. From the pyramids of
boat
Giza
on a mount.
to the sunken temples of Sukhothai and beyond.
Didn't
Use your wits to infiltrate
didn't
historic
Uncharted
areas
beat
and
them to
solve
that?
fiendish puzzles. Or use your whip to face off against dangerous foes and explore a world full of daring escapes and unforgettable encounters. Adventure calls when Indiana Jones and the Great Circle launches on Nintendo Switch 2, May 12th.
May 12th.
Pre-orders
Not
begin
bad.
later today on Nintendo eShop.
Not far off for that either.
Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil in the
Oh?
Elder Scrolls 4
Oh, shit.
Oblivion Remastered.
They weren't kidding. They are bringing
Experience
like
this renowned
a decent
open
amount of
world
Bethesda
RPG
franchises
now
over.
on a Nintendo system for the first time. Freely customize your character to match your playstyle. Then adventure amongst an unforgettable cast of characters
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tambriel as her ruler.
and
Make it so.
the Daedra to close shut the jaws of Oblivion. Master ranged or melee weapons. Wield powerful magic or use stealth skills to best your foes. In this remastered version, character models, weapons, even rocks and sweet rolls have all been meticulously recreated. Combat animations have also been updated to give them a modernized touch.
Good.
Plus, the Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine expansions are included alongside the main story to take your adventure even further.
Trippy.
Step through the gates once more
Bro.
when The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year.
Very good.
We hope you're excited for these games from Bethesda Softworks. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. All things considered, I mean, you know, we got the announcement of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth already. hot on the heels of Remake's release. And I must say, you know, what I saw looked good. Let me see here. I'm going to run this back a bit so we can take another look at the FF7 announcement. Why the... Okay, yeah, right about there. Okay, and let me bring that back up. Okay. Now let's take one more look at this.
The unknown journey continues. The second entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is...
So yeah, I mean, everything looks pretty decent. Floor texture almost looks a little softer than I remember it. But, you know, it's been a while since I played it. And I mean,
to Nintendo Switch 2.
It's going to take a little bit to get this one rolling
in pursuit of its arch nemesis
on the Switch 2.
Sephiroth, Cloud Strife and his comrades escape the city of Midgar and
maybe it's the lighting, but her skin looks kind of lighter than I think it does in the first game or something. I don't know. Like the colors overall aren't as saturated.
On a journey across the vast world. Traverse the planet on chocobos, wheelies, in a buggy.
It's looking good.
Other modes of transportation.
It looks really good.
Team up with allies in battles, blending action and strategy. If you'd like to focus on the story, there's also a boost function to make combat easier. You'll also find various activities scattered across the world, allowing you to take a break from the action.
Your mind.
And as you interact with your allies, their affinity toward you will grow and impact how the story unfolds. What fate awaits Cloud and his crew in their pursuit of Sephiroth? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launches on Nintendo Switch 2, June 3rd.
That's pretty
today on Nintendo eShop.
Pretty damn soon, all things considered. Not a bad 1-year anniversary title for the Switch 2. Hard to believe it's, you know, gonna be, you know, I mean, we're what, at the 8-month mark today? March, April, May, June? Yeah, I mean, 8 months already, and I mean, I gotta tell you, I wasn't thrilled about the price of everything at the beginning, but, you know, actually getting in there and playing it and, you know, getting some decent games for it, you know, it's like I haven't really thought about it, you know, thought about that purchase. I haven't, you know, gone back to it or anything and thought, damn, I wasted my money or anything like that. I've been very pleased with the Switch 2 overall. And, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake and hopefully Rebirth as well are just going to show that, you know, I mean, Switch 2 was what it needed to be and pretty much what I was expecting out of it. I mean, you know, a lot of things are 30 FPS, which, you know, isn't necessarily the greatest in the world, but some of them are doing like the quality settings that, what was it, Digimon was doing? You know, 4K 30 or 1080p at 60 FPS. I mean, it's like, you know, if most games give that kind of an option, I mean, hard to argue with it. But even when they don't, I mean, the performance overall has been very good. It's just not like home console perfect, like compared to like the PS5 or the Series X and stuff like that, which, I mean, it's kind of understandable given the fact that it's a fucking portable hybrid. You know? But, yeah, I mean, overall, that Nintendo Direct was fine. I got the big announcement I wanted, which was FF7 Rebirth. Everything else was okay. Nothing earth-shattering, and no MLB The Show. So I guess it really is just going to be a Switch 1 kind of year. for the show, and we'll have to wait until next year or maybe later this year. Maybe it could be like a mid-season title like WWE 2K25 was last year, where it's like, several months later, and here's the Switch 2 edition, But overall, not bad. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got the announcement I wanted, which was FF7 Rebirth, so I guess I can't complain too much. What they showed looked good, by and large. Maybe not everything was up my alley, but generally speaking, there's a lot of heavy hitters and a lot of good reason for you to pick up a Switch 2 if you haven't already. And, I mean, one thing that was interesting was, like, I mean, there were a few titles where it's like, oh, yeah, it's Switch 1 and Switch 2. But it's like right at the beginning, they said, okay, here's a Switch 1 title, and then almost everything after that was like Switch 2 titles that also have like a Switch 1 version as well, or something like that. So, I mean, you're starting to see a greater emphasis on the Switch 2 as far as like titles going forward. So, the future of the Switch is starting to kind of wind down a bit, and they just passed 155 million units sold. I can't remember the exact, decimal point number. It's like maybe like 36 or something like that. Like 155.36 million units sold or whatever. So essentially, it has surpassed the Nintendo DDS, Nintendo DDT, the Nintendo DS as the best-selling title or a best-selling system for Nintendo of all time, and they're a couple million away from getting that best console sold of all time. And if things get sorted out as far as like the costs of like memory and components costs and tariffs and all that stuff, I mean, it's like if they can get those prices down a bit, I mean, they are in prime position to hit that number. I mean, if the regular Switch, I mean, it's like I remember talking about it a while ago. It's like, if you drop the price of the Switch Lite, of course, it's like everything's gone up from like $200 to like $230. I can't remember how much the regular Switch ended up going up in price. But, I mean, essentially, if you can get, like, the Switch Lite down to, like, $149 or less, brand new, whatever regular Switches are left out there, I think most of them are, the OLEDs at this point, pretty much, besides the Switch Lite? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, it's like, if you can get the, regular Switch down to 200 and the OLED to 250, kind of have that like $50 gap between each one or so. I mean, that would definitely help out a good bit for those that don't already have a Switch. I mean, at this point, the library is just undeniable. It's fantastic. It's one of the best libraries of all time, and I mean, it pains me to say it because, I mean, I love the N64. I love the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy and all those. But the Switch 1 specifically has the best library of any Nintendo console ever. And I mean, even if you just look at the first party quality titles, I mean, it's fantastic. It's the best Nintendo's ever been. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, last I saw, that thing's like still outselling Mario Kart World ever so slightly, but it was. I mean, it's, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, best Zelda title since Ocarina of Time. Easily. Mario Odyssey was fantastic. You have a bunch of different Pokemon games that are quality titles, I might add. I mean, it's the Switch library is just, I mean, pound for pound, you put it up against any other Nintendo system, and you do side-by-side comparisons, franchise for franchise, there's not a lot of head-to-head titles you can put up, against the Switch One, where the Switch One's going to lose. You know, with all due respect, you know. I mean, I'll always, herald Ocarina of Time as being like one of the greatest games of all time. You know, the 10 out of 10 experience back in the day. You know, and I love Super Mario World and the original Mario Brothers and stuff like that. But I mean, it's like you look at what, the Switch has offered as far as like all these major franchises, and you're talking damn near defining titles for all these different franchises. So it's no surprise that Switch has sold as much as it has. I mean, we haven't even talked about like all the third-party titles and even some third-party exclusives that you can't find on any other systems. I mean, it's just a phenomenal library. Even if, some of the ports aren't perfect compared to, what they have on like the PS4 and 5 and Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One even, I think it's for some titles. Even though it's not perfect, I mean, it's still a portable version. And of course, as always, when it's portable, you need to make some concessions, usually in performance and graphics. So, I mean, the Switch One is like the best-selling console for Nintendo for good reason. I mean, the Switch 2 has already eclipsed what the Wii U sold in its lifespan. It's like the Wii U was kind of like the blueprint or the prototype for what ended up being the Switch 1, and it worked. It fucking worked. I mean, that is like one of the greatest comebacks in the history of gaming. I mean, I'm trying to think of like a better worst to first, experience in the history of gaming. I mean, I know Sony came back after the PS3 was not nearly as popular as the Xbox Series X. Or not Series X, Xbox 360. I got Series X on the brain, I guess. But, I mean, I think like the best comeback story since Nintendo's flop with the Wii U to the success of the Switch 1, I mean, the best comeback story is probably the industry itself after the crash of the early 80s. Or late 70s, early 80s. I mean, I'm trying to think of a better comeback story besides the Wii U to the Switch, and that's the only other one that comes to mind. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's obvious that the future of the Switch 2 is looking very, very bright. And, with all these titles that you're seeing, I mean, yeah, you can play them on the Steam Deck, and that's all well and good. Not going to knock that because the library is phenomenal with that as well. But, I mean, the thing is, in many instances, a lot of the games that you can run on Steam Deck aren't necessarily optimized for Steam Deck. They may be verified for Steam Deck, but not necessarily, go through the same kind of optimization that a dedicated Switch 2 port of the same game is going to go through. So, I mean, and personally, I don't like to have to finick around with anything. It's like, I just, whenever I play a PC game, I kind of joke about it. It's like, it's kind of like with the NES, trying to play something on my original NES, which, granted needs cleaning, probably needs a new, connector port or whatever. But, it's like with PC games, I feel like I spend more time trying to get things to the point where I can play them more than I actually do play them. It's like with PC settings, it's like you're having to tweak things constantly. Oh, trying to get a little bit more frame rates. Can I squeeze it out? Can I get like another 10 FPS out of it? And, I feel like, it's like you spend the first hour or so of your game time with any given title just trying to get it to look right. or run well, you know, and it's just not for me. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with PC gaming. You know, it's like there's been a lot of titles that I really love the Command and Conquer games. Some of the Activision Star Trek games of the 2000s were excellent. But, you know, it's like you try to go back and play like Starfleet Command 3 now, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. It's like I think you have to track down like a third-party mod in order to even get it running. And it's just so fucking frustrating. It's just it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, it fights me too much. So I just go back to console games, and I wish it wasn't the way it was, but it is what it is. And, you know, personally, that's the appeal of the Switch too, is that, you know, I can get these incredible versions portable of, you know, modern games portably without having to tinker around with everything, toggle all these settings, you know, drop the resolution down, and maybe it looks halfway decent, and I'll get like 45 minutes of battery life out of my my ROG Ally after I'm done, you know, tweaking all these settings. You know, it's just, I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, 2 hours battery life on the Switch 2 may not be super great, you know, but, you know, lately it's like I've been playing it more and more, and I feel like I'm not as held back by the battery as I was originally. Like I've gotten accustomed to it or something, or maybe the games are just utilizing it a little bit better. It's like I don't feel like I'm obsessing over the battery life like I used to. But yeah, I mean, you know, 8 months in, I'm happy with what I'm seeing, and it's obvious that the future of the Switch 2 is very, very bright. And, you know, with FF7 Rebirth coming out, it also lends some credibility to the rumors that, you know, Part 3 is going to launch simultaneously across all consoles. I'd love to see it. I'd definitely be down for it. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much going to do it. And I thank you for watching and hanging out, and gonna stream something in the next few days. I've just been exhausted. The cats have kept me up half the night. I'm not sleeping well, and by the time I actually get the opportunity to sit down and stream something, it's like I know what's going to happen. Like half an hour in, my eyes are going to start getting heavy. And it's just been, I have not been sleeping well, and it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just not working for me, dude. And I need to be able to keep my eyes open. And when I get in and start streaming, it's like, it's quiet, it's relaxing, and the eyes start getting heavy. And of course, it's, you know, I'm not going to stream myself taking a nap. Probably not the best idea in the world. All right, peeps. I guess that will do it. And I will talk to you all in the very near future. And I will catch you then. And subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the notification bell. All that shit is really important. It helps out a lot. You know, when you're a small YouTuber, you need all the help you can get. And even a single like or a single ringing of the notification bell helps significantly. You know, it's like when you're up against people that have, a million or more subscribers, you know, it's hard to stand out in the crowd. And the way you stand out is you, the viewer, comments, likes, shares the video, all the stuff that you can do to help boost it. I mean, it means so much more than it does for a bigger channel that has, hundreds, if not thousands of people doing that. It's like when you have like a very small audience, the participation matters more than ever. So anything you are willing to do, a share, a like, a comment, comment down below, that all helps out. And especially subscribing, because that's very important. I am at like 209, so I've lost a subscriber. I'm heartbroken, dude. I mean, it's like it's so hard to build up momentum, and then when you lose one, it's like when you're a small subscriber or a small streamer, it's like it hurts. It's a blow, But anywho. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below on what game you enjoyed the most from the Nintendo Direct today. And you can check out patreon.com/BlueSwim for my written and audio content. And I mean to be working on more, but like I've said, I'm not sleeping well, and I've got a shit ton of other stuff on my plate, and something has to give. Not gonna always be that way. I want to get back to doing the podcast, but it's just one of those things where I've had to kind of prioritize. And unfortunately, the podcast is not nearly as popular as the YouTube stuff. And so that's the choice I had to make. But I still work on written stuff from time to time. Columns and news articles and stuff like that. So check that out. Patreon.com/BlueSwim. You can check me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/FomosAmofo. FOMOSAMOFO. I am on Bluesky at blueswim.bsky.social. And I talk about whatever I'm playing, or random Transformer pickups, or Transformer rants when Walmart fucking cancels the pre-order that I've had since September. Last minute. How the fuck am I going to get Studio Series 86 Soundwave now, you goddamn bastards? Fuck you, Walmart. Fuck you. Yeah, do not pre-order Transformers through Walmart unless you absolutely can't avoid it. Yeah, fuck them, dude. They suck. But, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter/X at FomosAmofo, FOMOSAMOFO. And I think that will do it. So I'll keep you posted on when I'm streaming next. And I will catch y'all later. Have a good day, everybody. This has been BlueSwim, and take care.